In recent months, a lot of attention has been given to the importance of trade between the United States, Mexico, and Canada since the Trump administration began talking about potentially renegotiating NAFTA. That attention is more than deserved, especially for U.S. agriculture. Agricultural related issues that could be revisited in a modernized NAFTA include biotechnology, sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and geographic indicators. NAFTA is a trade agreement between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada that virtually eliminated all tariffs between the countries, as well as other trade barriers, such as setting higher regulatory standards for foreign goods than those produced locally. It was first negotiated under Republican U.S. President George H.W. Bush's administration and implemented by President Bill Clinton, a Democrat, in 1994. Depending on the year, Canada is either our largest or second largest export destination, while Mexico is consistently our third largest market. Combined, they account for about one-third of U.S. agricultural exports. Since implementation, agricultural exports to Canada and Mexico have totaled approximately $310 billion and increased by more than 300% from pre-NAFTA levels. In 1993, U.S. exports to NAFTA partners totaled $8.9 billion, of which 18% were bulk goods, 22% were intermediate goods, and 59% were consumer-oriented goods. In 2016, U.S. exports to Canada and Mexico totaled $38.1 billion, of which 17% were bulk goods, 19% were intermediate goods, and 64% were consumer-oriented goods. This translates to more value being added in the United States before goods are exported, which means more U.S. jobs and tax revenues. Overall, since NAFTA was enacted, the U.S. has employed a trade surplus with Canada and Mexico of approximately $5.6 billion. Since 2014, net trade in agricultural commodities has been negative, as the value of U.S. exports have fallen slightly due to lower commodity prices and lower volumes due to a strong U.S. dollar, while imports, especially consumer-oriented imports, have continued to grow strongly. So, should Michigan Farm Bureau and the American Farm Bureau Federation support a renegotiation of NAFTA? NAFTA was signed 23 years ago. Do all the rules still apply, or is it time for an overhaul? NAFTA includes all products we trade. If we open up the agreement, does agriculture stand to lose or gain?